news that came in within the past hour or so. The number of confirmed coronavirus cases in China jumped on this Thursday morning. Hubei province, the epicenter.
As the coronavirus disease 2019 outbreak continues to spread to more countries, people from all around the world have been brought together as a community to fight the deadly virus. However, one of the questions that remain unanswered is, has COVID-19 divide or unite the community? In fact, based on the existing global impact of COVID-19, this pandemic does unite the community through socially, economically, and media usage.
Along with the growing number of infections, an alarming spike in hate crimes linked to the coronavirus has been reported, with instances of racial harassment and assaults targeting people with Asian traits.
I feel an animosity that I've never felt before.
On his commute to the hospital, Dr. Fu says he was approached by a stranger.
You dirty Chinese, and he just kept saying that over and over again.
The exclusion of an entire race is causing racial disharmony and division within the international community.
However, people have come to the realization that the virus affects all of different races. Coordinated efforts are required from individuals of different backgrounds to fight the spread of COVID-19. Despite the China bashing and harassments, China has still been engaging actively in international cooperations. They have displayed their commitment to unity and cooperation with their prompt sharing of information on COVID-19. Asian American healthcare professionals have joined forces to fight on the front lines. Many have produced a "I'm not a virus" video campaign to show support to their fellow Asian Americans to combat the wave of bigotry.
Businesses are forced to temporary closure in order to stop the spread of COVID-19. But with little to no money coming in, it is hard for individual enterprise and vulnerable groups such as low-income individuals, unemployed workers to barely survive through this pandemic that eventually draws a bigger division and instability between both the rich and poor community.
Despite the business closures and increasing of employment rate, there are also actions to show that we do still think and care for each other. Big organizations are gathering up to help us fight in this unprecedented situation. They commit the immediate actions of handling medical products to the individuals that are most in need, supporting small business owners, and help the world's poorest. Next, there are also celebrities that have partnered up with online shopping platforms to do live streams to support the local farmers that are suffering a plunge in sales due to the movement control order. Lastly, the governments in Beijing have ordered airline companies to organize flights to transport migrant workers from their house to the working site.
Fake news that spread around on social media during this pandemic have divided people and endangers people's lives. Research shows around 40% British people, and even more in other countries, believe at least one conspiracy theory about COVID-19. Unfortunately, such fake news misguided people and eventually causing distrust among community. Thus, social media has now become the tool that divides community all over the world.
Despite the misinformation going on during the pandemic, it can be solved when officials acknowledge their responsibility in helping media users to distinguish fake news from facts. For instance, the World Health Organization (WHO) had utilized YouTube to halt the fake news about a possible COVID-19 cure as found earlier in March 16 through media briefing. During the pandemic, social media served as a basis for maintaining social connection with family, friends, and wider community. For example, Facebook is offering support for communities in time of crisis through Facebook group for residents to share information across the small community. During the lockdown, people tend to spread love and empathy more, and here's how psychologist Damil Zaki explained why we find empathy online more than ever during COVID-19.
We now are using these platforms to be vulnerable.
Like many parents, I'm overwhelmed and tired. I recently posted this picture on Instagram. It says it all, with the caption, "Really running out of things to do with this kid."
We're vulnerable together, which shows us all we have in common and how much we need each other.
In conclusion, the response of people on the pandemic shows morality of humanity amidst a crisis. It has come to light that COVID-19 has brought humanity to unite more than ever and has formed beliefs within communities that any obstacles can be solved through solidarity, empathy, and appreciation of our community.